What if I told you Caitlin Clark just made more money talking than most WNBA stars make playing? Yeah, this one broke the internet. Reports are exploding that Caitlin Clark, yes, the same rookie who shattered attendance records, boosted TV ratings, and became the face of women's basketball, just signed a $50 million off-season speaking tour deal.
And it looked like Caitlin Clark has landed her first speaking gig of the off-season. Guys, for this one here, we got...
So Caitlin Clark is doing her yearly press tour, as in like, not even yearly press tour, yearly talk tour, where she just goes and she starts talking. She does plenty of talks. She will talk wherever is deemed necessary, and what we will see from Caitlin Clark is a lot of speaking arrangements.
One event alone worth up to $500,000 for a single hour behind a microphone. And the reaction? Let's just say Angel Reese was not happy about it. Within minutes of the story dropping, fans noticed Angel liking a few very pointed posts online. Ones that said things like, some players get fouled for free, others get paid for talking. You could almost feel the tension through the screen, because for years, players like Angel Reese, Wilson, and others have been carrying the league on their backs, grinding through off-seasons overseas just to make ends meet.
But if y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sit out.
That's a possibility.
Then are you willing to admit how stupid it was for y'all not to go all in and elevate Caitlin Clark? So therefore even more attention could have come and y'all could have reaped the benefits? Higher television ratings, higher attendance figures. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't come courtesy of a league. It comes courtesy of the players that play in the league. And in her case, she was the most popular, which means she could have helped your bottom line, which means you should have seen that from day one and maximized it.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is out here cashing NBA-level checks without even touching a basketball. This isn't just about money. It's about power, perception, and the future of the WNBA. How did one player flip the system on its head? And why does it have the entire league divided right down the middle? Buckle up, because this story isn't just about numbers. It's about narratives. And tonight, we're diving straight into the fire. This is the Caitlin Clark money glitch. Don't forget to drop your thoughts below, because after this one, you're gonna have an opinion.
His conversations last offseason was Caitlin Clark $100,000 an hour speaking gigs. Well, I'm here to tell you, she is not taking long getting back to work, raking in the cash, because she has landed. It looked like Caitlin Clark is headed to Long Island Association, bro. So what stated Long Island Association joined the Long Island Association's president and CEO, Matt Cohen, moderates a special conversation with Caitlin Clark discussing her record-breaking performances, impact, and cultural influence on October the 29th at 10:30 to 12:30 in New York.
It all started quietly. Another offseason, another headline about Caitlin Clark doing what she does best, drawing crowds. But this time, it wasn't about a game-winning three-pointer or a viral highlight. It was about a microphone. Caitlin had reportedly landed her first major off-season speaking engagement, a red carpet-level event in New York. The price tag? Up to $500,000 for 1 hour. And that was just the beginning. Sources say a full speaking tour is already mapped out across the country, with total earnings pushing a jaw-dropping $50 million. Think about that for a second.
So Caitlin Clark is doing her yearly press tour, as in like, not even yearly press tour, yearly talk tour, where she just goes and she starts talking. She does plenty of talks. She will talk wherever is deemed necessary, and what we will see from Caitlin Clark is a lot of speaking arrangements. We're not going to see much basketball over the next while, especially because I don't know if she's healthy right now, as in
$500,000 to talk about basketball, while the average WNBA player earns around $120,000 a year to play it. And that's where things started to boil. Angel Reese, who's never shied away from speaking her mind, was scrolling through her feed when fans began tagging her in posts, comparing salaries, endorsements, and media treatment. Some noticed she had liked a few of them. Others noticed her subtle comments about media protection and favorites. And instantly, social media went into meltdown mode, because whether she meant to or not,
she's healthy. Like, she's okay, but I don't know if she's ready to go full on yet. And if she's not ready to go full on, look, there's no point in risking anything. But if you guys have not seen, she is doing a talk in Jacksonville right now, and there is a rumor that Caitlin Clark is getting paid
Angel had reignited one of the WNBA's most uncomfortable conversations: the double standard between who gets celebrated and who gets sidelined. And suddenly, Caitlin Clark's business move wasn't just a headline. It was a symbol of everything right and wrong with women's basketball today. Here's how it happened. While most WNBA players spend their off-seasons overseas, risking injuries just to pick up extra cash, Caitlin Clark is rewriting the entire playbook. Instead of boarding flights to Turkey or Spain, she's hopping from city to city, microphone in hand, selling out auditoriums like a rock star. Take her latest event in Jacksonville, for example. Tickets start at $150 just to get in the door. But if you want the full VIP experience, a photo op, dinner, and premium seating, that'll run you a cool $4,500. And the wild part? Fans are paying it. Because Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete anymore, she's a movement. Her speeches sell out faster than some playoff games, and every story she tells, about her dad painting a three-point line on the driveway, about chasing impossible goals, is worth thousands to her audience. This isn't luck, it's business. Caitlin has become a master at monetizing her moment. She's using her fame, her likability, and her narrative to do something no one in the WNBA has done before: turn her story into an empire. Meanwhile, Angel Reese and others are still grinding through brand deals, appearances, and training camps, trying to build momentum the hard way. But Caitlin? She's already figured out the shortcut. She's found the glitch in the game, where influence pays more than performance. And that's what's driving everyone crazy. The moment those numbers hit social media, $500,000 an hour, $50 million for the offseason, the internet went nuclear. Angel Reese's name started trending almost immediately. Screenshots of her liked posts spread like wildfire. One said, "Some players get paid to talk while others get fined for speaking up." Another hinted that media favorites always get protection, and fans connected the dots instantly. Because deep down, this wasn't just about Caitlin Clark's speaking gig. It was about everything that's been bubbling beneath the surface for months: fame, favoritism, and frustration. Let's be real. Caitlin Clark gets celebrated for things other players get criticized for. When she pumps her fist or barks at refs, it's called passion. When Angel Reese does the same, it's called attitude. The contrast has been there since college: Iowa versus LSU, hero versus villain. And it's followed them right into the pros. Now, that's the contradiction tearing the league apart. Because how do you preach equality when one player has become the league's most powerful institution? Angel Reese might not say it out loud, but you can feel it in every post, every side comment, every glare. She's not mad at Caitlin Clark. She's mad at the system that keeps rewarding one image over another. And right now, that frustration has never been louder. Let's pull back the curtain. Caitlin Clark's offseason isn't just busy, it's strategic. Every appearance, every partnership, every speech is part of a master plan. She's not just collecting checks, she's building a brand empire. Her management knows exactly what they're doing. While most WNBA players chase training camps or overseas contracts, Caitlin's booked solid with speaking tours and endorsements. Nike, Gatorade, State Farm, Bose. These aren't random deals, they're brand pillars. They represent reliability, wholesomeness, professionalism. And that's exactly how Caitlin is marketed, as the clean-cut, golden image of women's basketball. Meanwhile, Angel Reese represents something totally different: edge. She's emotional, outspoken, raw. She's the energy that sparks debate, but that same authenticity often comes at a price. When Caitlin flexes, it's confidence. When Angel flexes, it's controversy. And that's what eats at the players, because it's not about who's better on the court, it's about who fits the narrative better off it. Look at the numbers. WNBA viewership reportedly dropped by 55% after Caitlin's injury sidelined her for a month. The Fever's national TV games plummeted from 1.8 million viewers to 850,000. That's not just a stat, that's power. That's proof that Caitlin Clark is the engine driving the entire league's popularity. And she knows it. That's why she's calm through the chaos, because she doesn't need to fight for validation. The market already gave it to her. Every ticket sold, every sponsor added, every camera flash, All of it says the same thing. Caitlin Clark isn't waiting for the WNBA to value her. She's already proven her value to the world. And in doing so, she's accidentally exposed the biggest truth of all, that the WNBA system doesn't control its stars anymore. Its stars control it.
When Caitlin plays, arenas sell out. When she talks, tickets fly. When she signs, brands line up with open checkbooks. She's not just a player, she's a business model. And that's both inspiring and uncomfortable for the rest of the league. Because if one player can generate millions by herself, what does that say about the rest of the system? Angel Reese, A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart. They've all been grinding for years, carrying the sport, winning titles. Yet somehow, they're still making a fraction of what Caitlin earns from a single event. That's not equality, that's hierarchy. And it's forcing the WNBA to confront a harsh truth. Not all stars are treated the same. The league loves to promote, "We're all in this together." But right now, it feels like one person's success has become everyone else's frustration. Still, there's another side to this. Like it or not, Caitlin Clark's fame is lifting the entire league. More sponsors, more exposure, more national coverage. Even Angel benefits from that spotlight, whether she admits it or not. But here's the catch. When fame gets this concentrated, balance disappears. The WNBA is walking a thin line between growth and resentment, between progress and divide. And the longer this goes on, the louder that divide's going to get. So here we are, a league built on unity, now split by success. Caitlin Clark didn't create this divide, but she's the one shining a floodlight on it. Her $50 million offseason deal isn't just a number, it's a message. It says the WNBA no longer controls who becomes a star. The fans do, the market does, and right now, that spotlight belongs to Caitlin Clark. But every spotlight casts a shadow. For every million she earns, there's another player grinding, wondering when it'll be her turn. For every headline praising her grace, there's another calling Angel Reese too emotional. And that's what keeps this league complicated. It's not just competition, it's contradiction. Caitlin Clark is playing chess in a game where everyone else is still playing checkers. She's not just winning on the court, she's dominating the business game. She knows her value, her influence, and her timing. She's not apologizing for it, she's using it. And that's power most athletes never touch. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, the fire, the attitude, the unapologetic energy, represents the pushback this league needs. She's the reminder that visibility without fairness isn't real progress. She's fighting a system that still picks favorites. Together, they're the perfect storm. Two women on opposite sides of the same revolution. So, is Caitlin Clark overpaid? Or has she simply exposed what women's sports have been worth all along? Maybe the real story isn't that she's cashing in, it's that the world is finally willing to pay. Because love her or hate her, Caitlin Clark just proved that the real money in sports isn't made on the court. It's made when you become bigger than the game. This is the new era of women's basketball, and trust me, it's only getting started.